Hi everyone, happy book week. I'm so excited to be here today to read you a little story. Before I do, I just want to introduce myself. Some of you might actually remember me because I was a teacher in your school for quite a while. I might even have been your teacher. But for those of you who don't remember me, or I haven't got to meet yet, I hope I get to do very, very soon because I miss you all so much. Now I'm here today to read you a book, but this book is a little bit special to me. The reason being, I wrote it myself. That makes me the author. This book is called The Man in the Moon, written by Nikki Moten. That's me. Illustrated by Rebecca Kerskaden. Does anyone know what that means? Illustrated by. That's the person who draws the pictures. I wonder, would you like to be the author who writes a story, or would you like to be the illustrator who draws the pictures for a story? Maybe you could do both. One of my favourite authors, Oliver Jeffers, writes the story and illustrates the story. That would be very exciting. Me, I'm not very good at drawing, so my illustrator is actually my sister, and we worked on this book together. So it's extra special to me. On the back of this book is the blurb. And the blurb tells you a little bit about what the story is going to be about. That helps you decide if it's a story you'd like to read or not. So I'm going to read this blurb for you. A child with a wish, a sky full of stars, a dream waiting to happen. There once was a little boy with a big ambition, to meet the man in the moon. He knew it would be quite the journey, but if he found the right shooting star, he could surely zoom to meet him. Read along to discover this cosmic adventure of friendship and making dreams come true. Does that sound like a story you'd like to read? I hope so, because I'm going to read it for you today. The Man in the Moon. The dream begins in a little boy's room, at his window, looking up at the moon. Oh, how he did gaze, and how he did try to stay very still and not blink an eye. Maybe, just maybe, if he did not look away, the man in the moon would come out to play. But no matter how long and no matter how hard, all that was moving was a sky full of stars. Suddenly the boy had an idea so bright. He should wish on a star that lit up the night. He wished to hitch a ride on a shooting star, and zoom, he was well on his way to meet the man in the moon. Imagine your wish coming true. He passed all the planets, flew by the Milky Way, and he made it to the moon in a night and a day. When he landed on the moon, he looked all around, but there was no man anywhere to be found. About to give up his search and look no more, he couldn't believe it when he came to a door. A door on the moon? It's a bit strange. As the doorknob turned, the little boy gasped. It was the man in the moon, who smiled and laughed. Thank you for coming, the bearded man sang. This is the first time that my doorbell has rang. Welcome to my home, and please, please follow me. Just up the stairs, and we'll have moon pie and tea. He's very excited to have a visitor. I wonder, does he get many visitors up on the moon? The little boy joined him for tea and space pie, and they danced the moonwalk and waved aliens by. That looks tasty. And those aliens look like fun. They put on some skates and made an ice rink for moon craters, imagining they were world-famous space-travelling ice skaters. They joined dots with stars and whizzed and zinged. all around Saturn's colourful rings. They raced on asteroids, making giant smoke trails, gliding through space as if on ships with sails. His hair was white, with wrinkles deep and vast, but this man in the moon could sure rocket fast. Looks like a great adventure. When the time came to go home before sun, the man on the moon said, "Thanks for all the fun. You're always welcome to come back to the moon. Just wish on that star. Close your eyes and zoom." The boy jumped on one of the next shooting stars, passed through each constellation, then Mercury and Mars. He hopped into bed and looked up at the moon. He closed his eyes gently and he said, "See you soon." The end. I really hope you liked that story because I really enjoyed reading it to you. And I'd love to answer some questions if you had any. Maybe you have a question about this story. Maybe you have a question about writing stories. Whatever your question is, I'd love to answer them. And I hope I can. So maybe in my next video, I'll be able to answer your questions. So thanks for listening to my story. And please read as many books as you can and keep writing stories, because maybe one day you'll be reading your book for lots of amazing kids, just like I did today. Happy Book Week.
Hello, today we're going to do a science experiment. We're trying to find out which glass makes the lowest sound and the highest sound. We have 4 glasses of water, and the first one is all the way to the top. The second is 3, 4, and the third one is halfway, last one is empty.
Okay.
Let's start.
Okay.
The first glass has the lowest sound and the last glass has the highest sound.
By last glass, you mean the empty glass?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello everybody. Today we are going to do an experiment. So we have 3 glasses. The first one is full up to the top, the second one half full, and the third one empty. So we are going to find out which glass makes the highest sound and which glass makes the lowest sound. Let's start. The empty glass makes the highest sound. Thank you. Bye.